Shannon, I wore this top for you. Can you see it?
Oh my, I do see it. You look great. You look fabulous.
Because it's my favorite green top. But
Mm-hmm.
hi fam, hi guys. But the thing about this top is that I can't actually wear it out because like if I leave the house in it, it's just too risky. Let's think about why that might be. Do you know what I'm saying, girl? It's just
Mm-hmm.
it's not quite, it's not okay. Thanks for following, guys. So I actually don't really wear it out, but I wear it like on TikTok and those kinds of things.
Oh my, I see.
You see what's going on. You see what's going on. How are you,
Let's
my
see.
love?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm so excited to be talking to you today. I should have done this earlier. I like legitimately don't know why I didn't. You guys, I can't make that sound any less loud. So we're just going to have to deal with that. Is it really loud, the notification of followers?
Is it? Let me check.
I feel like it might be loud. Hi guys, shout out to everyone in chat. I see my friend Zachy is here. Shout out Zachy Zoo. Shout out Leslie. I think my moderator around your voice peak volume. I don't know, y'all. I'm too scared to fucking do anything because it's gonna do I do it on my mic or do I do it on my slobs or my Discord? I don't know. I don't want to fuck with anything. Okay, everyone's saying it's not loud, so maybe it's just loud for me.
It should be fine.
Yeah, I don't want to fuck up having her in screen because as she knows, I really struggled to like even move her into the frame for this.
It was a process. It was a process. It truly was.
Because Shannon's really tech savvy, but I am not tech savvy.
Oh no, I see some of my mods in chat, and I know they're gonna say they're gonna call bullshit on that because I fucking struggled when I first started streaming. I still do, so
Really?
I'm I
Um,
can't. I can't.
That makes me feel better because I feel like a fucking idiot. I'm like, I seriously,
I feel that.
I seriously, I'm like, I'm actually kind of dumb. Like that's what I feel like I've learned since I started streaming on Twitch. I'm like, are you stupid, Miranda? Because I can't figure out how to do anything, and I feel like my moderator is like, just like really, she's just like, you know, trying to not lose it at me all the time.
Right. Right.
And I'm like, I get it. Like, she probably wants to fly to LA to punch me in the face, but
Hey, we got subs. Let's go.
let's go. I thank you so much for subbing, guys. I'm sorry if I don't see it right away. I have a little subs goal. Oh, did I meet it? Did I meet my subs goal?
Yeah, we got it already. Let's go. Oh, we got a hype train. Let's fucking go, chat. Let's go.
This is exciting, you guys. I appreciate it. Thanks for following. Thanks for subscribing. You guys are so sweet, so cute. We got a hype train. I just think this is so exciting. Shannon, I'm so stoked to talk to you today. I should have connected with you earlier. I knew you were interesting, but from like the past few days, like I spoke to you on the phone for the first time the other day and chatting to you and then kind of like stalking you on social media. I had no idea how much I didn't know about this K-pop stuff.
Oh God. Oh no, here we go.
Do you hate talking about it?
No.
Is this like a thing people know about you?
Yeah, quite a lot of people seem to know about it. The majority of my chat does seem to know me for being the JETT VA, but yeah, a lot of people do ask about it, so I guess a lot of people do know about it.
So, okay, tell me like about tell me about K-pop and then how you got into Val. Like how this all happened.
Right. I mean, K-pop, I just to cut it short because it's a little long, so it's like with how I started K-pop was I went on a show in Korea, like a talent show, whatever, and it was just like they called me from Korea because I was in London at the time, and they were like, hey, like, are you interested in like doing this like one show with us? And we flew over to Korea, did the show, and then the company I ended up signing with actually reached out to me at the time and were like, hey, we're actually interested in having you as an artist. And I was like 10, 11 years old. And
Wow.
and then I was like talking to my mom and I was like, I didn't speak I mean, I spoke a little bit of Korean, but like it wasn't to the point where it was like uh fluent, I guess. So at that time I was like, yeah, sure, like I guess so. Um, you know, I'm half Korean, you know, it's my mother's country. Like I can definitely try it out, you know, and
And at this
I've
point, you're
been
living in London, right?
right, yeah.
Yeah. So
So
you identify as being British, right? How do you identify?
technically, yes. I don't even fucking know at this point, honestly. Like I don't know. Like shit. Like I go to Korea and they're like, yo, you look white as fuck. And then I go to like fucking UK and everyone's like, you look Asian as fuck. So I don't really know anymore. Like that's the struggle with being half.
Oh my god. Yes. Okay. Okay. So they're like, we want this gorgeous little kid to be a K-pop star.
My. Well, I think it was my mom definitely was supportive in what I wanted to do and if I had enough grit for it. And starting from 10 years old, I trained until I was 15, I think, and then that's when I actually debuted. I worked until I was about 20. The contract finished at 21 or 22, I think. Um, and actually the Valorant thing was not through an agent, it was actually an Instagram DM,
Shut
actually.
up.
Yeah, and someone sent me an Instagram DM from a UK agency asking if I was interested in doing this audition, and I was like, it seems kind of shady, but also like, yeah, sure, like, send me the details.
Fucking hell, dude. That's crazy.
It
Because
really do be.
I wonder about, because it's interesting how like half the cast are like these like very well versed voice actors, like Steve Blum and
Right.
stuff, right? Like he's been in fucking everything, and like it's like
He
that
has.
kind of vibe. And and then there's like, and I don't know if this is the same thing for Yuri, but it's like there's nothing on IMDb about him. So it's like,
Right.
did they just go, and I don't know this, I'm not saying I know this chat, but I'm just saying this is like what I wonder. It's like, did they literally just go talent scouting for this voice? Because they're not like, they have the time, the resources, and the cash. Like they're gonna
Right. I think the one thing I liked about it though was like they definitely looked for something a little more authentic. So with Jet, what was nice was um a lot of people are actually saying like, hey, like we want Jet to sound like, you know how like Yor and Sage, you can tell that they're like either Chinese or Japanese. They have that little bit of an accent, and I remember that was the first thing that they actually brought up with Jet. But for me, I was like, we live in a time where being bilingual is like the norm usually. And I was like, if being bilingual is a norm, why does Jet have to sound Korean? She could definitely be Korean American, where she could be fluent in English and Korean, you know? And also, like, I didn't want it to sound like I was mocking Korean people either by putting on this weird little accent on top of the English. It was just kind of weird. It was whack, honestly. So that's why I was like, I think it's a good thing to make sure we have that split and have it be like, you know, with the times. Like we got so many like people being able to speak so many languages. And that's why it ended up being her being fluent in English and also Korean, which is nice.
Wow. So that was an input of you. You said
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. I love that because that's you, right? Like that's like you can speak Korean, and
Yes,
now
I can.
and now you can speak. Obviously, you can speak English. Can you speak
Right.
Can you speak any other languages?
I used to speak a bit of Japanese, but the only reason why I spoke Japanese was because the company at that time we were doing like a lot of work outside of Korea, so like they kind of expect you to be able to understand or at least speak a little bit of Chinese or Japanese, but like I've forgotten everything, so
Oh my
I can't
god.
anymore.
How interesting. Guys, just thank you so much for all these little bits and
Let's
subs
go.
and like all these hype trains, whatever. It's so nice. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you. Um, so, and I apologize if I'm not answering chat and stuff. I just want to ask Shannon some questions. So, what's the vibe with you and K-pop now? Like, what was that experience for you like?
Um, I mean, if my chat is here, they'll know like I rant about it like a fuck ton. It's like it's pretty rough. I mean, like I still have some issues coming out of K-pop. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's definitely a one in a lifetime experience. Like it's definitely something that I don't take for granted.
Yeah.
But also like there is a lot of sacrifices that come with that, whether it be my teenage years were pretty much non-existent. I don't really have memories of going to school because I never went to school. Um,
Wow.
I don't really have any like childhood friends, memories, anything like that. The majority of my memories are uh training, not eating, um very I mean like the one thing I'm grateful for is that my company were well, my mom was a badass bitch, so she demanded that she would stay with me. Otherwise, I wasn't gonna be with that company. So that's like the one thing they let us do was, you know what? Yeah, you can live with Shannon, Shannon can live with you, but everything else she has to follow the rules, right? So that's like the only memories I have of just training in the basement fucking every day, 20 hours a day. It was rough. It was rough. It was
Wow.
rough.
And how what is has that affected all this pressure to like maintain a certain weight and stuff? Has that really affected you?
Yeah, I mean like I'm not being forced to not talk about it anymore because I'm not under like a contract anymore. So it's like I do have body dysmorphia. I do have not as bad anymore, but I do have this weird relationship with food where whenever I eat, I definitely feel very, very guilty.
Mm-hmm.
Um I mean, I used to like fucking chew on ice and like I say this as well, but like for the people who don't know, like I vape and a lot of K-pop idols now and before smoke cigarettes or they vape because nicotine is a suppressant, right? So it suppresses hunger on top of with vaping, it's portable. You can do it anywhere. So whenever you're hungry, you can also choose like different flavors without calories. Because they weigh you, depending on the company, they may weigh you every day or every week. At that time, I had to stay. I stayed 90 pounds from age 12 all the way to age 19.
Wow.
So yeah, it's kind of rough. It's rough. It's rough.
Gosh, it's so funny because I've never spoken about this before, but so I when I first moved out to Sydney, I was signed to a modeling agency and I was modeling and I was also
Yeah.
acting and I was anorexic for 4 years and then I went into
Yeah.
recovery and I have body dysmorphia now. I was diagnosed
Mm.
with it like I was diagnosed with it like 5 years ago, and my relationship
Hmm.
with food is constantly evolving and changing. But
Yeah.
it's actually in like a really good place now, and I'm like
Right.
so grateful for that. Like I can say to you, like it can get better, like for sure, because I just felt like it was never going to
Yeah.
for a long time. But it was so interesting because there was so as an actress for me, and I like doing the kind of modeling. I was only doing commercial modeling. I'm too short to do like I was too short and too big to do like real modeling.
Right. Right.
But it's just so it was so interesting how like now I feel like the industry has evolved and changed so much that like you can be a normal size and there's not that pressure on you to be so
Right.
skinny. But now, 5 years ago, even that wasn't the case. Like when I
It
first
really
moved
wasn't.
out to LA. Like, I had a job. I had a job at working at a bar, and I was hired as a. This is when I first moved out here to LA, and this was like about 4 years ago. I was hired as a cocktail server / model, but really I was just serving people drinks. And at that job, they used to weigh me when I came to work, and that was a waitressing job in LA.
It's rough. It is rough. Jesus.
It's such bullshit, but I really, really feel like so much of this stuff is improved. Like, do you feel like those expectations and standards in 2021 have gotten better?
I think we're definitely at that point where it is changing a little bit. I think for me at least, like a lot of the people that do come find me are from the K-pop industry, and like I've been working on actually gaining weight rather than vaping the hunger away, and it's been such a long-term like habit to substitute it. It is gonna take time, but I've gained some weight, right? Some healthy weight. I'm still working out, like trying to be as healthy as possible, and you do get these brainwashed motherfuckers from K-pop who like to come in and tell me, damn, you kind of look chonky, my guy. And I'm just like, okay, well, like, you know, I think without the K-pop and like the fucking like brainwashed motherfuckers in K-pop, if we're talking about majority, it's definitely gotten a lot better, but also I don't think I would know because Korea as a whole, Asia as a whole, is so fixated on weight and appearance. And it's been like that for decades, where the first thing I mean, if you see a family member and you haven't seen them for like 5 years, the first thing they'll talk about is, you put on some weight, or maybe you should lose weight. That's the first thing that you lose. So I mean, it be that way. It really do.
What? Why the fuck would that be like that's such a weird thing to say? Why would you say that?
I don't know. I really, it's just culture. It's just culture, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. That's bananas.
It is.
Well, I mean, yeah, you know, it's so cool and so brave of you to just be so honest and so real and like be yourself. Like, fuck, no, I'm serious. You should be so proud of yourself. Like, you're exactly who you should be. And I think it takes a lot of courage, like, to speak about these things, to be honest about them. And you've been through a lot. You've had a pretty unique experience.
You guys need to chill. I am so sorry. We're having a moment here, and you guys are just barking over this. Okay, there we go.
Jet and Sky are connecting. Okay. Well, I'm so excited to hear. I'm so excited that I got to hear about the K-pop of it all. But I'm sure everyone watching this wants to know about Valorant. So they send you this DM, and then you go in. How the initial recording of your lines? When did you book the job? When did you book it? Were you an OG character?
It was a long process. So what happened was, when they DM'd me on Instagram, the timing was immaculate. Like that's when my K-pop contract actually ended, and it was a couple days before I was moving back to the UK, to kind of go back home. And they were like, hey, are you actually down to record this week? And I'm like, well, shit, that's really convenient because I'm going to be in the UK in like 2-3 days. So
wow.
I went to go record. Obviously, like, the fucking sheet they give me is literally just a picture of Jet and then her bio, nothing else. And then they make you sign an NDA and all whatnot, right? So it's like, okay, no idea what this is. So Jet actually started off British, and then we kind of fucked around a little bit, and then they were like, you know what? Maybe American might be a little more cocky, a little more sarcastic, you know, because British is a little like, she sounds a little too like uppity, if that makes sense, like a little too like snobby. So like maybe a little more sarcastic, more playful would be great with the American accent. So I was like, okay, yeah, sure, that sounds great. Recorded like 3 more auditions. And then I went back to Korea for some work. And they actually emailed me telling me, hey, unfortunately, Riot thinks your voice is a little too high for this character. And they don't want people to feel bad about killing her, right? And I was like,
Too
okay,
high?
well,
What does that mean? Like too
like
young?
like a yeah, a little too young.
Okay.
And I was
okay.
like, I can get that because my voice is pretty like on a higher level. So I was like, yeah, I get that. Like my tone's pretty high. So, and then literally like a month, 2 months later, they were like, oh yeah, shit, like psych, never mind, we want you back. And I was like, oh, okay. So we, so they flew me out to the UK again, recorded for like a whole week, a week and a half, and it was, and then that was pretty much it. At that point, the only other people that I heard record was Aflabi's voice lines, Phoenix's voice lines.
Yeah.
That was the only other person that I know that had recorded at that time. So I was like, oh, okay, shit. Well, let's go.
Wow. And so you go back in, and do you they've said to you, oh, we think it's too high. Did you change it at all, or
no, no, not at all. I was just like, well, you know, because like, I think they were just worried about her being a little too, you know, she's supposed to be about my age or a little older, but I sound a lot younger, I guess. So it's like, they were like, yeah, we might want to look for someone who's a little more mature. And I was like, yeah, that's totally fine. I get it. And then they were like, nah, yeah, never mind. Just come back. We want to use your voice now. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, sure. Sounds great.
Oh, wow. Dude, that's a wild story.
It do be.
Oh my god, because I just got an audition through my voice agent. And then, and I didn't know I was the same. They never said it was for Valorant. So, like, and also I wouldn't have even known what that was. But they were just like, oh, it's, you know, it's a video game. And I was like,
Right.
And then I recorded it, and then, like, in my bedroom, and then, you know, 6 weeks later, I get an email saying I've booked it. And then I go into the studio. I've got no idea what it is. They show me Phoenix in a video, and then they explain, like, some of it to me, and they're like, oh, this is a really big video game. And I'm like, cool. Like, I'm like, yeah, right.
I mean, honestly, it's like the weirdest part for me was by the time I went to go record these lines, the first audition, I already like had my hair dyed completely white, like just coincidentally. It was the weirdest thing, and I still have a picture of it somewhere, right? And it's literally my hair completely white. My bangs were grown out to the side.
Oh,
right?
wow.
And I shit you not, I had my hair in a bun because it was messy as fuck. I went into the recording studio for the audition. I look at this picture and I was kind of confused. I was like, oh, wait. It looks so similar to my hair. What the fuck is this?
Right.
It was the weirdest shit. It was so weird, but they were like, the one thing I remember, I fucking appreciate, the one thing they told me was like, I remember Zach, the writer, was like, as soon as you did the voice lines, they were actually really close to giving up on JETT, apparently, because they couldn't find the right person for it. And I came in, and according to Zach, apparently, I was like, I gave it a very different direction than they thought JETT would have, because she was supposed to be, from what I know, I think, she was supposed to be more timid, more shy, a little more.
That's not Shannon Williams. That's
a little more laid back, you know, a little more keeps herself, you know.
Oh my God.
I just come in and I just fucking shit on everyone's parade. So
I'm obsessed with this story. Also, I saw that Gabe is in chat. Shout out, Gabe. Hi, darling.
Oh my, let's go. What's up, Gabe? Let's go.
Oh, I love that. I love that. I'm so jealous of Gabe. He, like, books the job, like, fucking, like, 2 or 3 weeks ago. He's already, like, playing it. Like he's already just. I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
Gabe is the KO voice actor.
Oh,
by
sorry.
the way.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. So chat was like, wait, who's Gabe? And I was like, no, Gabe's the KO voice actor.
Yeah, he's the voice of KO. Gabe's. If you follow Gabe on Instagram, have you seen his voice work?
We played a game, and his voice was just chef's kiss.
Yeah,
it was great. It was beautiful. Beautiful.
I can't even imagine getting like that's how I feel about Cypher and Omen and like those kind of characters. It's like it's hard for me to imagine the voice of something that's not human. I think that's such a skill. What?
Did you know Cypher's voice actor is, I think, British?
Oh, I didn't. No. Your dogs are like killing each other in the background.
Yeah, they're kind of. They just ate, so they got like mad zoomies right now. Yeah.
They're so cute. Yes, Data Boy Gaming is in chat. What's up? He has dubbed a lot of movie trailers. I know this from stalking him on social media as well. That's what I like to do. I just like to stalk all of the Valorant people. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to chat on my phone in case you're wondering why I'm looking back. So you book this character. You're one of the OG Val characters, and at this point, are you thinking that anyone's gonna care? Like, that you're the voice of this video game character? Like, what are you thinking of this? Is this just another job or, like, a cool experience?
I mean, shit, honestly, like, I've been doing only music, and singing, so it's like, I've been into games, like, since I was, like, a child. Like, I've always loved gaming, and actually, I think a couple of years before I even booked the job, I was obsessed with Overwatch when it was popping. Like, Overwatch was like fucking everywhere, right? And especially in Korea, everyone was playing that fucking game. So I was like playing it with like other K-pop idol friends, like continuously, like. And I remember like even with like story-based games or FPS-based games, right? I was just like, one thing I really wanted to try out later in life was like, I really do like want to maybe look into, when I settle down, look into like maybe voice acting or trying something, because like I fucking love shit like that, right? And like Valorant was the first ever job I got for that, and honestly it was a whole experience. I was so happy and so grateful to be able to like breathe life into a character. Like it was, I was just like, more than people knowing it was me, I was just happy. I was just excited like to see what people would think of this character, because like when they look at this character, they're not gonna think, oh, Shannon's speaking. They're gonna think Jett is speaking, right? So it's like I was anticipating like how people will react to this character, especially to her like couple of lines of her being a complete fucking asshole, you know, like, because like the things that she would say are personally things that I wanted my character to say when I was playing Overwatch. I was like, I want to shit on this person who I'm playing against, right? And I want a character that lets you know what, you ain't shit, fuck you. Like that's what I wanted. And I very rarely come across a character like that, or I just don't, maybe I just haven't played enough FPS games, right? But like, I was just happy that I was able to go ahead and bring that. And I was just anticipating what people were gonna react to the character.
Dude, there's a level of it being like a little bit weird, and I don't think this is true for every character, but I think like for you, for me, maybe for Carolina, who is the voice of Raze, like there is some kind of like weird crossover of like that character's being sort of like similar to our actual personalities.
Yeah, 100%.
And it is kind of weird. Like I'm like, I don't know how this like kind of, because like for Skye, like I know everyone's obsessed with animals, but like I have this long running theory where I have felt like I could communicate with animals, and I know that makes me sound like I'm literally unstable, but I'm like I feel like I connect with them, like we just love each other, like I don't know, maybe I was an animal in a past life, like I don't know, like a dog or something.
Maybe.
But I like really, really feel that way, and like I'm from a country town in Australia. I mean, I don't sound exactly like Skye. Otherwise, I'd probably get, punched in the face because she's just so Australian. I couldn't walk around talking like that all the time, in America. Right. No one would understand me.
Mm-hmm.
No one. But yeah, it's just so interesting how there is this crossover.
It's really nice though that like during recording, we have like, everyone like pretty open to like any ideas or any subtle like little direction that you want to take it. They're like down to like have you go ahead and do it, and that's something that I appreciated. Do you have something to say?
They're like, yeah.
They're literally having a conversation amongst themselves.
Yeah, I do find that really crazy. So obviously you connect to Jett a lot then.
Right.
And you are maining her when you're playing Val.
I do.
Wait, so are you like trolling people in chat? Like, how's this going? Like, what's the crack?
I mean,
someone said that I need to use my animal powers to control your dogs.
Causing the trouble.
Oh, he's so beautiful.
Push the mic. I mean, like, I used to, when I first started playing, I used to kind of troll people and, like, for example, like, there's no Jett on our team. I won't be playing Jett, because I first started out as playing Sage, actually, because it was, like, the easiest to play for me. And I would just be, like, spike dropped, enemy spotted at A. Like, multiple enemies at A. Like, I'd be fucking trolling in voice chat, and people would be like, what the fuck? There's no Jett on our team. Where is this coming from? And then a lot of people thought I was, like, using, like, a fucking voice changer or some shit, or like using like samples of like Jett's like lines and playing it like through my like mic or some shit, and I was like, nah, it's me. So
I can't imagine the commitment that you would have to record her voice lines and then just like play them.
That's what I mean.
Like,
so
that's
like
that's weird. Do you have people freaked out when they realized like, that they were playing against you, like in a public game? Does it like just freak people out?
Yeah, I mean, some people do freak out for sure. They're still like, wait, you're the voice of Jett. And I'm like, no. And they're like, no, you sound like Jett. And I was like, no. Like, cause like, listen, it's a very competitive game, and if people find out it's me and they're gonna know I'm streaming, they're gonna fucking use my stream to try and win the game. Like, try and stream snipe. Stream sniping is a thing. I'm not sure if you know what that is, Marina, but it's like...
What is it? Tell me what it is.
So, like, it's competitive, right? And if the enemy team realizes I'm playing on the opposing team, what they could do is they could cheat the game, right? And look at my stream and figure out where I am or where my team is going, so then they can go ahead and just try and kill everybody else.
Oh,
right?
Okay.
So it's like no. I'm not me. Don't worry about it. I just sound like Jett.
Oh my god. There are so many things I don't know about this whole culture. Okay, and so in regards to your Twitch, dude, I didn't realize you were so big on Twitch.
What? No!
You have so many followers. What are you talking about?
Oh my goodness. Oh my. No, it's a nice little community. Like, definitely it's like half people from K-pop and half people who found me through like Valorant, and it's like a nice little mix. Definitely.
What's the goal for your Twitch? Like, do you have any, like, is this what you want to do? Like, I'm sure you want to do a million things, but is this what you want to do?
I think Twitch is like, I mean, I started it off as like, when I did K-pop, I wasn't really allowed to actually communicate or connect with my fans at all. people who supported me. And I think Twitch, as soon as my contract ended, I was like, you know what, I want to do Twitch because the one thing that like got me through those tough times was like fucking binge watching like YouTube videos and shit like that, like just to get my mind off of it. And like that's something that like I kind of wanted to give back, if that makes sense. It sounds so fucking cringy, but it's like something I want to do. I don't do I think of it as like a profession, like a job? Not really. I think of it more as just like a hobby and a way to communicate and like connect and kind of give back to the people who have stuck by since K-pop or any new people who are like supporting me. Like that's something that I just wanted to show my gratitude through, and that's what pretty much the goal is, to kind of be like my own version of the YouTube videos that like I used to watch for other people. Right? That's pretty much what that was.
I totally get that, dude. YouTube has gotten me through some. That's why I love YouTube as a platform so much, and I feel the same way. Because I don't play games, I'm not gonna lie, like I don't have that same experience with Twitch. Like I love Twitch, but it's not the same. Whereas with YouTube and TikTok, like I was, like that shit has gotten me through. Like if I'm ever sad, like I'm on YouTube, I'm on TikTok, you know what I mean?
Right.
Those are platforms that I'm just like so familiar with because gaming's like a new thing for me. So okay, I ask all the people that I interview this because I think it's like very valuable information. Also guys, I'm so sorry in chat, we are going to do some voice lines for you and you know, answer some of your questions, and thank you so much for following. Please subscribe. I'm going to keep interviewing some of the VAs and talking to legends like Shannon.
Oh my goodness.
But I wanted to say to you, oh, okay. Are you getting, like, do you get trolled and, like, do you get negative comments and stuff like that?
Oh, yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's always a thing.
And were you kind of aware of that coming into this? Like, does it bother you? Like, what is your take on this whole culture?
I mean, I definitely had I had quite the upbringing, so I definitely kind of I mean, like my mom and my dad were divorced since I was a young kid. Like I don't really have a father figure in my life, so like I kind of already put on like this like thick skin to kind of have this weird authority to, like look after my mom instead. So like thick skin has always been something that's stuck with me. So like negative comments in general aren't really something that hurt me. I think it's just shit is fun sometimes. Like the shit people say is fucking hilarious. It honestly is. And I troll back. I don't mean to, but it's like if someone says something negative on Twitch, like or on my like comments or some shit, like I'll reply back with something stupid. Like it's literally it's the funniest fucking thing. But like for me, because of my like other profession I first started out with, comments were always like there's always a good handful everywhere. And Valorant is pretty much the same. Actually less. Like people think that yes, Valorant is there's a lot of toxic people in FPS gaming in general, especially the more popular it is. It's just inevitable.
Right.
You just get degens everywhere. But I think because K-pop, the people in K-pop are a whole nother fucking species. Don't even. So like I mean like they're all pretty much the comments that are said. Like they're not really like hurtful at all. I just find that shit funny as fuck. Honestly, at that point, it's great. It's fine. It's entertainment.
I'm sure that the K-pop of it all has created like a resilience in you.
That too. Definitely that too. I mean, one of the hardest things to do in K-pop is to be degraded, like to be like have someone in front of you degrade you and to not say anything and to smile and agree with it. Like that's something that was the hardest for me with me being I'm very much a bitch. I'm very much a bitch, and I definitely follow my mom's footsteps in that, where I'm very outspoken, very opinionated. That doesn't mean I have to be disrespectful with my opinion, but in Korean culture, my personality is very disrespectful in just in any way, shape, or form. So
Right. Yeah.
it took a lot of time, a lot of growth, a lot of patience for me to just accept that that's what comes with this profession, and I'm just going to have to be quiet and understand that it's just a part of it. But slowly there are things that I thought, you know what, this isn't worth like I'm literally writing all these songs for different artists, and my company basically was like, nah, you don't get paid for that because you're under our company, right? That's something else. That's not part of culture. That's literally you're just fucking not following the contract, right? So like when it comes to like something a little more serious, then I will be outspoken about it. So I mean, because of all that experience from a young age, like comments that are like talking about my weight or like fucking like my appearance, like even now, like I don't have any makeup on, I'm swollen as fuck, and like if I were to stream now, I'll get some comments that are like, damn, like you should put some makeup on or something. Like you should do something, right? Or you should like fix yourself up, or you should put on something nicer, like you look like a fucking mess or you look ugly as fuck. Like there's a lot of comments like that, but like at the end of the day, like I really don't fucking care. I think that shit's funny.
My God. Well, I mean, it's such a great attitude to have. I mean, firstly, you like are just naturally so cute that it doesn't even matter. Like you still look really good. No, I mean it. You are, but
I appreciate it.
I get it. I do get it. Like it's funny because I have a series. This is part of a series I do every Wednesday at 1 o'clock called the Girl Gamer series, where I interview female gamers.
Right.
And it's funny. Like some of them just have different answers. Like I had a TikTok that kind of went viral. It got like 1 million views, and so obviously it had a lot of comments, and it was like about Valorant. Like I clapped back at a troll in this video. And people were coming for me in the comments. Like it was like 80% positive, 20% people coming for me in the comments. And the other night I went out, I was at a club, I came home and I was drunk, and I just got on TikTok and just started like trolling everyone that wrote anything negative to me in my comments. And I woke up the next day and I was just like, what the fuck am I doing? I like screenshotted some of my responses to people and was just laughing because I was just like, it does get to a point where like, you kind of just have to a little bit like for yourself, like you have to, you're like, well, you're giving me shit, so I just kind of have to say something back.
Right. I personally, like, a lot of people that do care about me usually are like, you should just ignore them, but I'm like, where's the fucking fun in that? Like, where's the fun in just being like turning a blind eye to it? Like fucking, like I might as well fucking have my own fun. Like they're having fun writing weird shit in my chat, I might as well fucking clap back at it. Like that shit's funny as fuck. So a lot of people are like, why do you only focus on negative comments? Like humans in general, even with like memories, we tend to focus on negative stuff a lot more, right? Because that stands out to us a lot more. So it's just inevitable at that point, right? I just think it's funny. I think the best, healthiest way to go about it is just to laugh it off rather than turning a blind eye to it, but still seeing it and thinking about it later. It's just better to just laugh at it and shrug it off.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. I think and I think the answer to this, because I think I've had girls say that they troll back, and then I've had girls say, that they have to take breaks. Like sometimes it can be too much, like living at,
it can.
Yeah, like doing a lot of content online. I don't stream as much as you do. Like you did what, a 14-hour stream the other day? That's just, I would have lost my mind. An hour into it, I would have been crazy. I would have been hitting my head against a wall. I don't know how you can stream for that long, but I think in that process you must have just been like, you have to just be yourself. You can't really lie about who you are for 14 hours on camera.
No, it is tough. It is tough. Like, I think sometimes if it does get bad, we'll do like emote only where they can't really write things. So I don't have to like fucking look at that shit all the time.
Yeah.
It's a lot of weird comments. We get a lot of weird comments from time to time. Because I'm a woman, there's mostly more about my appearance or my body. So I'm just like, not the right platform for that. But yeah, you're more than welcome to get banned. That's fine. Yeah, you can go ahead and do that. Yeah.
Thanks so much for anyone who has been subscribing as well, guys. I really appreciate it. Well, it kind of sounds like, I will say, and we'll start doing voice lines soon, but I will say that, yeah, I just hope that you have, you have all your friends in your life, like you have a loving community of people around you, because
Right.
yeah, if you've gone from K-pop to streaming, I mean, it's just a lot, I imagine, for a young woman.
I mean, it's been like that for a while. It has been for every woman on this earth. It's been like that. It's just we just push through it like we have been. We always do.
Yeah.
We always do.
Yeah, I get it, girl. You go to therapy, and
Mhm.
shout out my therapist.
Let's go.
She's
Hooking a girl
amazing.
up.
Yeah, she's great. Okay, and so guys, if you're watching this and you haven't already, I mean, she doesn't really need the followers. She's already bloody killing it. But go and follow Shannon on
Oh my
everything.
goodness.
Go and follow her on Twitch, on Instagram. She's a wonderful person. What is okay? 2 questions, and then we'll go into voice lines. What do you wish you knew before you started streaming?
Um, that's a very hard question. Uh, I I don't think I have anything like that. I honestly don't think I do. I think it's just
That's fine.
um yeah, like I think it was very much like uh I like to just experience things as they come, and like it's just like I like to have this thought of everything does happen for a reason. And we just have to roll with it. Like that's what life is. It just throws fucking shit at you all the time, and you're just expected to push through it and try to prevail. And we almost always do as humans. So like at that point, like it's just a lot of people like to ask me like, what would you want like to change if you can go back in time? I really wouldn't want to either, because of those experiences, it's made me who I am. It's made all of us who we are. It's given us lessons in life, and not to go all fucking like Gandhi on you.
I
It
love
definitely
it.
is. It's definitely something that I wouldn't want to change. Definitely.
I do get that, because
Mm.
if you don't like have the tech issues, or you don't fuck up, or you don't say the wrong
Right.
thing, like how do you become better?
Right.
Like it's like you need that to grow. What do you think is the best way for people to get in contact with you, like fans to connect with you? Is it just by watching your streams?
I do. A lot of people do like put delays on their stream, especially if they're playing Valorant because of like the whole competitiveness. But I don't like putting a delay on my stream because I want to be able to converse with my chat. So if my chat asks a question, then I would like to reply to that and like have a full-on conversation. And like if I give advice, I can give advice if I can. So like usually chat is like the most the best way to like I guess be able to talk to me, I guess.
Yeah, because it's probably really hard to play and pay attention. Yeah.
It is. It really is.
My friend is coming on my stream tomorrow, my friend Texture, and he's gonna main SKYE and like explain it to me, and I'm like, it's gonna be hard for him to like main SKYE and try to have a conversation with me, but he's willing to give it a shot. Okay, so what is your fave JETT voice line?
Oh God. I say this all the time because a lot of people ask me this, and a lot of people seem to know this voice line a lot more than my other ones, where it's the "There you are, you little shit," which is like one of my favorite voice lines. Or my second one that I like recently recorded was the "Aw, can't res yourself," like that. Like those two are the most fucking annoying things to hear when you get shit on by a player. Like, it's literally so annoying to hear it. But, it's like with the "there you are, you little shit," that I remember, like, not having shit on it at all. Like, it was literally "there you are." Like, that's all that it was. And I was like, it needs something. It needs something. Like, if it's like she got like the last kill, like, I'm pretty sure she's like gonna be cocky about it. Like, she's like, yeah, I knew I was gonna get you, you bitch. Like, it needs something. And they're like, you know what? Go for it. The majority of the lines recording, like the recording of the lines, were me ending in me swearing every single fucking line. I shit you not. Like, I swear like a sailor. Like, my whole family does, right? And every line that they needed a little more grit, they would let me go ahead and swear either before or after, and then they would just cut off like whatever like curse word I used.
Yeah, so they could get the energy of it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But for that particular line, I was like, can we just keep this on there? Like, I think this fits it so well. And they were like, you know what? We agree. We're just gonna get approval, and if we can, we'll keep that in there. And I was like, let's fucking go. And it actually stayed there. And that's why it's one of my favorite voice lines for sure.
That is a great story. Skye doesn't swear. The only swear word she says is piss off, and she's not supposed to swear. Skye's not a person that swears. She's more wholesome.
Really?
Yeah, she's more of a wholesome kind of
how come I think I've heard Skye say shit before.
She might. Maybe I'm wrong. The only reason that I say that to you is because Riot sent my agent an email recently reminding me that I can't swear as Skye. But I'm like, oh, she does. Someone's saying in chat, why did I sign up for this shit? That's true.
There we go. Yeah.
She does say shit. But I swear like a sailor too, and I always like worry about it on stream. And at first I was trying not to. But then I was like, I literally can't just talk for an hour and not swear. It's just not gonna.
Right. Yeah, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. I feel that.
Okay, so do you remember this line? Okay, so this is what I believe. My friend Sinprel is like he knows all the voice lines. Sorry, they know all the voice lines and
my goodness.
And the lore. So they sent me the interaction between Jett and SKYE. So do you remember? Do you know what I'm talking about? It's the line about summoning. Do you want me to say it to you?
Well, I'm not gonna remember these lines.
It's okay. Don't. Oh my god, I never remember the lines. Don't worry about it. It's SKYE. Ever thought about making other summons like lions or dragons?
Dragons, yeah. Oh my fucking god.
Do you remember it? And then I can respond to that line.
Do I remember it? Hold on, let me actually pull it up because I'm not gonna remember any of these.
Totally live it, love
it. It's been, you know, that voice line. I remember, like, when recording it, it never, like, I never expected a reply. Like, every voice line, so, like, in-game, like, even now, I'm like, damn, there was a reply to this?
Yeah.
There was a reply to this? Like, I was kind of shook. I was like, damn, I didn't know.
I feel like it'd be interesting to, like, compare your experience of recording lines to mine because I have never played a video game before. So when I was going into chat, they were like, I kept making them explain the relationship between the characters, and I'd be like, but are Jett and I friends? And they'd be like, it's not really like, I just really like, because sometimes we are if we're on the same team, and sometimes we're not if we're on opposing teams. You know what I mean? So I didn't really get that at the time. I was like, but do me and this character, like, are we friends? They're like, you're not really understanding it.
Oh my. Alright, I have it.
Okay, go.
SKYE, ever thought about making other summons? Like lions or dragons?
Tried once. It was not pretty.
Oh my. I really want more like interactive like voice lines. That's one thing I remember saying. I was like, I really want more like voice lines that interact with each other.
Well, there's some stuff that I say, like I say, so when Jett performs well, I say, Jett, you little ripper, that was insane. Keep it up, love.
Oh my god.
But I want to hear some of your, if you don't mind, guys, you can request in chat, but also, Shannon, if you would just say some voice lines for us, I would love to hear them.
Right. Let me see. All right. All right, I have match start lines right here. I can do that.
Do it, baby.
Think you can keep up? Who am I kidding? You know you can't keep up. Huh? Who are you all? The cleanup crew? I would make fun of their dumb faces, but they're us. We look stupid. Feels... I know I dash around a lot, but I promise I'm looking out for y'all.
You are so cute. I can't even live. I can't live anymore. You're so cute. What are you... Wait, do you have any lines that you say in Korean?
Well, the funny thing about this is my lines that are in Korean are only for the cinematic. That's what it seems to be. Like, from my past experience, the only lines I've ever done in Korean... So I don't do the Korean dubbing of this, actually, of the game, which is kind of sad because Yoru does his own Japanese lines for the Japanese version of the game. I didn't get to, unfortunately. But for the cinematic, I do seem to do the Korean lines for that, but that's literally the only thing that I do in Korean.
Have you connected with the VA for Yoru?
I have not, actually.
Neither have I.
I don't know.
I'm telling you, and do you think this is crazy? I think Yuru's character is hot. Like, am I crazy?
No. I get it. I definitely get it.
I'm like, he's kind of hot. I don't think he'd be into SKYE, but you know, I don't think they have a connection.
I think he would probably maybe be in a Viper or some shit, maybe, because they're both pretty toxic. So I think they'd be into each other. Viper.
I don't know much about Viper.
Viper. She like says shit that are like I made a bet with Brimstone, so like don't embarrass me like that, like by dying.
Oh, okay.
Like yours also like. What was like that line he says, chat? Like, fucking, he says something about, like, how did all, like, the pieces of shit end up on the enemy team or some shit? Like, I don't know. It's toxic. And I thought my character was toxic. It was bad. I was like, damn, y'all are ruthless.
He, like, walks around, like, he's, like, got his leather jacket on. And he calls me a flower girl at one point. And like, cause I'm like always in nature and stuff. I actually now, I don't think I realized at the time, but I now realize, cause I remember I went on Carolina's stream and she was like, oh, SKYE is so wholesome. She's so nice. And I was like, no, she's not. She's like a bad bitch. And she is a bad bitch. But now I'm like, oh, comparatively, she's very sweet.
She's very wholesome. She's very nice.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, her abilities are so fucking annoying. I'm not gonna lie. Like, her blinds, that Hawk out, like, that's so fucking annoying to me. Like, the fucking, like, being blinded by SKYE, like, it's rough. It is rough. It's rough for a bitch out here.
I've heard about it, let me tell you. That is all I hear about on social media.
It's rough. It is, it really is.
People love to say to me, can you flash me? That's like the creep line that I get like 24/7 on TikTok. I'm like, oh, really original, guys. Yes, I know. I've heard it's annoying, but what about since they nerfed her? Has it been a bit better?
Yeah. I mean, she still has the blinds. It's still, you know what? Who's really fucking annoying with those blinds is fucking Breach. I hate Breach. And I said this before on Twitter, he doesn't deserve a birthday. I do not like that character. Oh my god, he's so rough to play against.
Shannon, I just saw that Tactical Lasagna, which is Zach, is in chat.
Oh no! What's up, Zach? Fuck. Oh no. Hello.
Because I emailed Riot and said that we were doing this, and then they didn't email back, but this morning they did. I forgot to tell you. And they were like,
You're
oh,
so mean to Breach. Listen, Zach. He's so fucking annoying to play against. I can't see. I'm literally staring at the sun for like fucking 60 years. Like, that shit does not go away. Please. Please. I can't. Please.
Oh my god. Zach,
They lie.
also, happy birthday for like a couple of months ago. Were you
Oh
were you in that
my.
little video?
So I was actually talking to Carolina about it, and I've been wanting to send that fucking video, but like I literally was moving, so all my shit was like packed in boxes. I was like apartment hunting, like 'cause I had to move out within like under a week actually. Like a lot of shit happened, so I was like, fuck, I gotta move out now. And a lot of the places I was looking for were not pet friendly, and I was like, fuck. So like, and that was like by the time Carolina reached out and was like, hey, can you send a video? And I was like, yeah, I'll do it. And I keep fucking forgetting about it, so I never got to, unfortunately, which was fucking sad.
That's
But
okay. That's all right. He knows
it
you love
sucked.
him. Zach, you're a legend, and thanks so much for coming along. We really appreciate you. You wrote some very good voice lines for all these characters.
Please, can we get more though? More voice lines, more.
Yes, let's get
More.
some more voice lines happening, fam. Also, people keep commenting on my mug. I want to start mug merch. This is my mug today. It's one of my emotes. Because I use it so often, I have a few of these. Shannon, very random question for you. Do you ever watch ASMR?
Do I watch ASMR?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think so I don't know if you know what it is, but I have synesthesia.
I don't know
Where
what it is.
synesthesia is so my form of synesthesia is when I listen to people talking, when I listen to music, I see colors. So a lot of people have different types of synesthesia. Where some people can think of shapes, some people look at numbers and see different colors, or letters with different colors, they associate it differently. It's just a weird thing that exists.
Oh my god. So is it too much for you to like is if you listen to ASMR, would that just be like too crazy of an experience for you?
No, I mean I've gotten like used to it, I guess. Like it never really used to be like I guess an interference, if that makes sense. Like it definitely helps me out a lot more because with voice lines as well, they would be a certain pitch that I would hit, and it would be a certain color. And then if someone were to be like, hey, we actually like that, then I can just try and recreate that through that color, if that makes it's complicated.
Shit, that is wild.
It is complicated.
Oh my god, that is so fascinating. I want to ask you this question. This is so random, but like the only K-pop that I really know about is BTS, right?
Oh god, yes.
Okay, do you think that like a band like that, like the most successful, at least the most successful K-pop, I imagine, possibly the most successful band in the world, do like, what would their lives just be like insane? Like, would there be so many rules and restrictions for them?
Well, obviously, like since they've branched out to the States, I'm not sure how the company's even gonna. I know that dating would be off limits until their contract finishes. Dating is always off limits, but that doesn't mean that people don't date. They still date. Just like very hush hush. There would be diet restrictions. I know that like it varies from company to company, but I know some companies are like you have to get permission before posting anything online. You also have to get permission before even going out. And I remember some companies would also ask for a photo of like where you're at, like who you're with, to see if you're actually lying to them or not, because that's also like if they get caught doing something, then that's like a press release, right, that they have to handle, and they don't want any of that. So pretty much I don't really know, since they branched out to the US and they might be treating the group a little differently, possibly, who knows? But if it were by Korean standards, it doesn't really matter how successful you are. It's just that much more pressure and that much more uh, eyes on you on what you do. So,
Um, so wow. And is there a lot of mental health issues in the K-pop community, or is it just no one's fucking speaking about it?
mental health is still very taboo. I mean, even recently with a lot of people that have passed, people that I also know who have unfortunately passed at such a young age, it's still it's still a process of being talked about and being acknowledged as something that is real, right?
Mm-hmm.
Being depressed doesn't mean you can just put someone uh with a therapist and then expect it to be better. That's not how that works, right? There are some companies who restrict other people from seeing their family or their friends.
Holy shit.
I mean, when I was thankfully for me, like, it didn't matter because I was living with my mom at the time, but there were a lot of kids that, uh, like, even me, like, we had our phones taken away from us or we wouldn't be allowed to have phones, right? I had a friend who was in a different company who his parents were all the way in the States, and that's like the only way of contact. And they would make him delete every single social media platform that he had. And he didn't have any way to contact them because they wouldn't let them have phones either. Like I don't know why. I think it's just to prevent any like possible scandals as soon as they debut because it puts everyone in jeopardy. And I get that, but also like, mm. It's rough. It is. It's rough.
Wow. I mean, that's just crazy, and it's hopefully going to change. And again, I just think it's cool that you're talking about it, you know? I think it's important to talk about.
Right.
Guys, comment in chat. How long have we been talking? Hang on a second, my sweet loves. So I think we have been talking for a little over an hour. Guys, comment in chat. It's been an hour. Okay, great. Hi, Punchy. Punchy's in chat. Shout out Zachy if he's still here. As always, shout out to my moderator, Simply Santasia. I really appreciate you, all that you do for me. And also shout out to Shannon's mods because they're in chat as well.
They certainly are.
And they are doing the Lord's work. I can only imagine. You're streaming. How many times a week are you streaming?
I stream every day.
Every day?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Go. How? What are you doing? Well, are you going out? Are you going anywhere?
I do not really go out, no.
Why?
I don't know. I think like COVID was such a horrible thing for all of us, but the quarantine aspect was like a piece of cake for me. It was like the best thing that happened to hermits like me, like not having to go out, like having an actual good reason to not see people.
Wow.
Like it was great. It was great. I willingly self-quarantined for a whole ass year. Like I didn't even go out at all, and I was like, this is great. I'm honestly having the best time of my life.
Do you do you go drinking? Like what is your thing? Like do you do anything for fun?
I mean, the only time I'd ever go out would be to walk my dogs or like to get them like the help they need if they're sick or anything. I basically live through my dogs because I've been depressed for a while since I've been like not really having a lot of friends since K-pop. So I think back then I did go out quite a lot to see friends since I didn't have enough time to do so. But like I like spending alone time a lot. Like talking to people is hard sometimes. Like having to like have a conversation is tough sometimes. I just can't be bothered.
Right.
Yeah.
I it's hard for me to understand that because I'm so social, because I like go out so much. Zach said that we have to give you some LA food recommendations. I don't really know that I'm the person to go to for that kind of information. I'm like not a big foodie. I know fun bars. I can talk about fun bars to go to.
My goodness.
But I do think that we should go to K-Town and we should like get food in K-Town, because that would be so fun.
That would be really good.
Yeah, and we can get some other VAs that like live in LA to come along with us. But we gotta get you out of the house, girl. We gotta get you.
I think because my boyfriend should be moving over from Massachusetts, I think the end of this month now. So I mean, by the time he gets here, I'm pretty sure we'll both force ourselves to go out at least once a week, because we're both pretty much hermits. We don't really like going out that much, and that's why we end up streaming daily, because there's nothing else to do, right?
Well, and you and your boyfriend are coming out. We're gonna go and get Asian food.
All right, let's go.
And I'll drink. I don't know if you guys drink, and we'll just all talk, and you're just gonna have to deal with it, okay?
All right, let's go.
Because you need to leave the house. My Lord in heaven. You guys are so funny. Okay, so comment in chat some voice lines that you want Shannon to say. Let me just check, because I've actually asked you a lot of the questions that people asked me to ask you on Instagram and in my Discord server. So let me just... So I want to ask you, who was it that... I don't even know the name of this person that asked me this. Abby asked, when did you realize that Valorant was going to become popular?
I think even like during the production of it was pretty fucking cool. And I was like, it's a FPS, it's a competitive game. Like, it's gonna be pretty big. Like, I was already expecting it to be big, and then later on down the line, when I figured out it was Riot, I was like, it's no shot. This is gonna be fucking huge. Like, this is gonna be huge. Just fucking Riot. Like, there's no way. So I mean, that's probably when I knew, even before it was released. Like, even the amount of production that's going through it, like, the amount of time, patience, and effort everybody had for like each character. Like, I could see how much like time they were putting into it and trying to really mold these characters, these agents, into like real people, right? Real characters, real personalities. And that's something like I was like, this is gonna be great. This is gonna be great. So I already knew.
How cool that you knew that. Yeah, obviously I feel like, because you had that gaming background, you were a little more in the know than old Miranda, who was like, what's going on? What's a riot? But I mean, I was so excited to do it. I just didn't really know what I was getting myself into. Okay, cool. So guys, we're gonna wrap it up, but let's do some voice lines. Can you see any of the requests in chat that you might want to say, my love?
I see some.
Yeah, you can say whatever you want. I just want to give the people what they want. They want to hear.
Alright.
They want to hear Jet, baby.
Alright. This is fun. Who needs training dummies when you have real dummies? Oh yeah. Forge us a path, Skye. I'll be right behind you. Owls, hawks? What the hell? The sky's crowded nowadays. I'm faster than Skye's wolves. Oh, my back hurts. Everyone's so heavy.
Oh, she is a little sass.
I think I can see more too, actually, here, because I think a lot of people like to do the same ones over and over again, so I'll find some more.
Yeah, you do that.
All right. Oh wow, you guys suck. What would you all do without me? Wow, so embarrassing. We crushed them. You're terrible. I could not have made that easier. Too easy. I'm bored. Let's go. Was that supposed to be a fight? Woo! Okay, sauna time.
Oh my god, hilarious. I have one that I say to you. I say, I bet their Jet thinks she's all that. Well, newsflash, girly. No one wins alone. I'll take her and her team down.
Let's go. Saucy.
Yeah.
The one that I really liked was like, the fucking, she says this thing to Killjoy where it's like, all right, I take back what I said about those bots. They're pretty good. And so are you. Like, it's so,
She's so annoying.
Mean. It's so mean. Like, what else? What else does she say? Let me see. There's like she says shit that's so sassy.
Have you got Shannon? Have you got a webcam? Like, is yours on a webcam and then you're on the computer? Is that what okay, that's what I want. It's so annoying being on the laptop because the angle's so weird, and I always feel like I'm like right up, like I'm so close.
They can see your face better though.
I want that. I've got to get that set up. I mean, I don't even have a PC, so we've got a long way to go, but you know what I'm saying.
Oh my. Where what else? Oh, this thing. Like, I hate to say it, but probably best to play as a team. So, what's the plan? Like, this is like when she's like, all right, I'm not gonna kill everyone by myself because we're fucking losing. So what's the plan? Like, we gotta do something. She's definitely very cocky. Definitely.
What is Cosmic Matcha says feels like just yesterday we were chopping something.
Talle is chives, Korean chives.
Oh.
It's a little bit of lore, a little bit. That's what it is. So she's saying, feels like just yesterday I was chopping talle at the store. Wonder if that place is still standing. That's what she says, and there's nothing else to it.
Oh my god. Okay, and do you know anything about her backstory? Did they tell you anything? Or, like, obviously only shit you're allowed to say, but, like, do you know anything?
I mean, a little. I don't think it's out, but a little.
Oh, okay. What is out about her backstory?
I don't fucking know, honestly, and I'm too scared to talk about it.
I know, me too!
I'm not gonna say shit, Miranda. You have to understand, it's rough out here for us. We ain't gonna say shit. Zach says, ha 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 ha.
I'm always like, not sure, like, what, like, they told me that's known and what's not known. So I'm pretty sure this is known, but then you don't want to say it and then find out it's not known. I know for sure that people know she's from Nimbin. Like, that's not a secret. Like, you can find that on the internet. And that, like, she's an eco warrior and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm the same as you. I'm like, I'm so unsure.
I don't know, so I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut because, like, I don't know, guys. Like, I honestly don't know. I don't know anything about Jet. Like, don't worry about it. Like, I don't know anything. Don't worry.
Don't ask me. I have no idea.
I have no idea. Don't worry.
Oh my god, that is so funny. All right. Well, Shannon, you are amazing. I'm so glad I connected with you. You're so interesting, and I knew you were going to be cool. But I just have really loved listening to your story and how you came to be the voice of Jet. It's a crazy story, honestly. I was like, wow. My story is so boring. I'm like, oh, I auditioned and then I got it and then I did it. And you were like on a plane and then they were like, no, yes.
Oh man. Well, thank you so much for having me. I had a lot of fun, actually. It was really fun.
Oh yeah, I loved connecting with you. Shannon, do you have any mates online right now that you want us to raid?
Uh, well, my boyfriend is actually streaming,
Ooh,
and that's
let's raid it. Oh my god, are you
okay.
kidding? I would love to.
Oh no, so it would just be his name is Ethos, Ethos.
Uh-huh. I think
So we can raid. Can we? Do you know how to?
oh
I think.
my moderator will do it.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah, I don't know how to, but she knows how to. She's always like, "Who do you want to raid?" I'm just checking the chat. If Riot is it. Someone asked in chat earlier as well if we would do any other VA work for like any of the other Riot games, and I mean, we probably yes. I can probably answer that for Shannon and say you would do other voices, right?
I mean, for Riot, I've done a Kali. That was it though. It was for the new KDA thing I did for a Kali, and I got shit on for that, and I was like, yeah, I can understand why I got shit on for that.
Why'd you get shit on?
Because like even me like because it's like a league character, right? So it's like she's supposed to like my vision of her was like her being a lot older, but I guess I don't really play League, so I don't really know. So like, correct me if I'm wrong, chat, since I guess Miranda doesn't play either. But it's like, like apparently every skin or whatever they have is like a different timeline. Like they're all different, like backgrounds, different ages, and all that. So, they put out like a genius, the lyric video, like the where they explain. So they did a Kali in full 3D, like explaining the KDA album, whatever, right, lyrics. And they wanted me to do that, so I did it because I could speak Korean and English, since the lyrics are in Korean and English. And it was the weirdest thing because they wanted her to sound like she was like 17, 18 around that age because she's the youngest in the group. So they wanted me to sound a lot younger than Jett. So I did it, and even me looking at it felt a little weird. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I trust Riot and their like vision, but also like I was expecting her to sound a little more mature rather than my voice on her. And people were going crazy. They were like, bruh, she sounds like a 12-year-old. And I was like, I agree, because I also think my voice didn't really suit her, but I trust Riot. And that's all I gotta say. Like, it was a job. I did it. I had a lot of fun doing it. It is what it is. It is what it is.
Girl, the thing is as well, people like will come for you, like not you, but the proverbial you for like, I mean, people come for me about SKYE and how she sounds. Like they have issues with how I voiced her and stuff. And I have to hold back from like commenting back to them. They're like, why did you make her sound like that? She, and it's like, and I think that people came for Carolina when she voiced Reyes as well. Because I think the Brazilian community came for her a little bit. I could be completely wrong about that, but
I mean, it is what it is. Like, fucking, even if you do a good job, like, people still want to shit on you. At the end of the day, you guys didn't voice it, I did, and we got the bag for it. You didn't, unfortunately. So, carry on.
Carry on, we got the bag. You're so funny. I'm literally dead. I'm dead. Oh my god, you're the best. Alright guys, I have loved this. It's probably been my favorite stream so far. You are a legend, Shannon. God bless you.
No, thank you.
Carolina, please raid her wonderful boyfriend.
Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna have to look him up. So please rate him, guys. Thank you so much. Feel free to subscribe, follow, do all of the things. Check Shannon out. She's an icon, a legend, and I can't wait to connect with her further. Hopefully we are like at conventions together. And also we're gonna go to K-Town. You, me, your boyfriend.
Go.
I'm gonna invite some people. It's gonna be good times. All right, guys.
Goodness.
Hang on, I'm gonna have to. Oh God, don't come for me about how I'm ending the stream. There she's back again. All right, bye, guys. Love you. Thanks for coming.
All right. Thank you so much for having me. Bye bye.